Man, what's the word? What's the deal? What's the deal, Pickle? Is everything kosher? Machiavelli Mills TV, y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button as y'all come on in. I'm waiting. I know I gotta wait for all y'all to file in. But it's cool though. It's all good. I'm gonna wait for y'all to file in so we can talk about Mr. Isiah Thomas and LeBron James. Matter of fact, Isiah Thomas, LeBron James. I'm finna pull some stuff up on the TV, on the Tizzle real quick, as I'm discussing this. What's up, y'all? I see a few of y'all in here already. I'm glad y'all in here. Wait, man. What's up, y'all? Y'all talk to me, man. Rob, what's going on with you, boss? Listen, man. Y'all know I wasn't gonna let this slide. Y'all know I wasn't gonna let this slip past my radar. Um, I was doing some stuff throughout the day, but as I promised y'all, we got content coming, even after this live stream. Got content coming tomorrow, content coming tonight. I'm working, baby. I'm working. Bro, Zeke is out of his mind. He is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all know Isiah Thomas gets the utmost praise from me on this channel. In particular, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I didn't see Chicagoans trash Zeke in favor of Michael Jordan, and I done stood 10 toes down for Isiah Thomas. Zeke, the best player to ever come out of Chicago, Illinois. Only Derek was not able to be healthy enough to outachieve to basically achieve more than Isiah Thomas. So as it stands, Isiah Thomas is the best player to ever come from our city of Chicago, right? I give him utmost praise for always being solid most of his career, you know, speaking on social issues with black folks all the time. He's always been an advocate for that, lending his voice to a lot of different issues, coming to the hoods of Chicago to come speak to the kids, all of that. I give him all the praise in the world for that. But this right here is crazy. Now I feel like LeBron James is he is a hit piece for everybody now. And it's rooted from other stuff though. It's rooted from a lot of other stuff. He can't do nothing now without facing ridicule and just people just talking crazy. When I saw this man talking about LeBron James having his shirt off in pregame workouts, this is like warm-ups, 4 or 5 hours before the game starts. Are you kidding me, bro? This is the hill you want to die on, Isiah? Come on, dog. This is crazy. Do you know how crazy he sounded? This is a professional arena. We are professionals, and bro, this man is he's not working in corporate America. He's not a CEO of a corporate company, and he's on the court. And this is before the fans even arrive. Hours before they come, he's out there working out. You know what I'm saying? And you got people like he's criticizing that. Ain't nobody there but LeBron and people of the team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some LeBron tip riders. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you on here. You feel me? No, you don't know how to be objective. What the hell does LeBron having his shirt off got to do? Hours before fans arrive. What do that got to do with him out there? What do that got to do with him hooping? Oh, we not professional, brother. What? You want to talk about how during Isiah era, boy, his teammates was sniffing coke before the game, doing whole lines. Pop a bean, bite down, do a line or two. Get drunk, do a line, pop a bean, bite down. Like, come on, Zeke. What are you talking about, bro? Hey, this is what we getting to now. Like, what he can't. You talking about a shirt off hours before the game, dog? I mean, he going off about it. We are professional. Professionalism has left here. What? Bruh, LeBron James has been one of the most professional. He has been one of the most professional players upholding the image of the game. Seriously. He's been one of the top ambassadors of the sport, of the league. And you mad he got his shirt off working out? Come on, fam. This don't even sound right. This is 5 hours before anybody there, and you mad about that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kid Carr, what's up with you, man? What's up with you? Like, what are we talking about? Isiah was from the era where dudes was out here getting drunk, snorting lines before games, and he talking about this. Like, what? Nah, bruh. That don't even make no sense. It don't. And it's the same LeBron James who, again, I don't know, man. Like, at this point, it's nothing he could do. Everything he do is something wrong. Somebody ready to snap out. This is why the older generation and the younger generation bump heads like this. They got something to say about every single thing. And I'm not saying that certain things shouldn't be spoken against. I get that. I understand that. But something like this, bro, you really finna get mad that he got to shut off working out? Instead of saying, damn, LeBron James is in year 22. He's at the arena 5 hours before the game, getting up shots, getting into game mode. He's out there locking in, getting ready for the game. 5 hours, man. Look at the dedication of this brother. You out here mad that he got his shirt off during the game. That's like, come on, Zeke. And y'all know I've given Isiah Promise a ton of praise on this channel. But this is getting out of hand, though. You feel me? This is getting out of hand. Like, it's the popular thing to do is just to go at him now. And I'm like, is there something deeper to this? Are y'all mad about what LeBron been talking recently? LeBron went on Twitter and said, I was gonna say something, but at the point of my career, man, it is what it is at this point in my career. And I'm like, what are we complaining about? This is the heel that you choosing to stand on, and Zeke was mad. He was out here mad for real. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he got a doll from Barbie. What's so bogus about that? If Michael Jordan would have got a doll from Barbie, y'all would be like, man, he the man. He got a doll from Barbie. That's an iconic thing. They get you gonna turn down a doll from Barbie if they can make one of you. You gonna turn it down for that cake? You gonna turn down that paper rose ball? Hell no. You gonna take that paper with the quickness. You gonna say, hand over the bread. You ain't gonna say, I don't do no Barbie dolls. Y'all be coming up here killing me with that. Acting like y'all just so macho that y'all wouldn't take that bread. Yeah, you're gonna take that bread in an opportunity. You're gonna take it. And I'm not doing any Barbie dolls. Man, you gonna be right up there. Make my Barbie doll right now. Make me the doll right now. You feel me? Like, come out of here. Like, get out of here with that. But yeah, like, what is all these dudes, man? Right. They would say if Jordan got a doll from Barbie, they would say this is why he the GOAT. This is why he the GOAT right here. That's exactly what they would say, L Smooth. You said it right. But I promise you, yeah, man, Zeke out here killing me with this. Like, Zeke, this is what you really own, though. You know what I'm saying? And I hate how people be trying to act like there is no parallel between working in corporate America and working and being a basketball player. It's not the same. I can't go into the office 5 hours early with my shirt on. First of all, and see as working in corporate America. First of all, there's nothing athletic going on in my job, so that would be inappropriate for me to have my shirt off and all of that. But him in the arena working out 5 hours, the fans not even there. Nobody is there to watch him. No fans. It's just him and the team. And he's going off about that. Look, do you know how silly he sounds? Especially, he out here, he was, let me tell you something. Dennis Rodman was coming to press conferences, all type of lipstick on his lips. You feel me? Lipstick on his lips. Nose rings all in his nose. All type of dye in his hair. Cheetah print in his head, all of that. Now, he wasn't doing that when he was Zeke teammate. He was doing it when he was with the Bulls, though. And did you see Isiah coming out, standing on the front line? We a professional league. Why is Dennis Rodman wearing lipstick and eyeliner? Why is he out here? Like, he wasn't doing it. No. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Zeke top 5 point guard. Hey, listen, this ain't got nothing to do. He said Monica McNutt Dominic Foxworth was killing him about the dog having a hair procedure. You gotta have the hair on his head now with the dog now. You gotta have the hair on his head. You feel me? Yeah. But let's be for real though, man. I'm not even taking away Zeke's career. Like Zeke, the best player to ever come from Chicago, Illinois. The best player to come from he had the best career out of anybody that come from my city. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, Zeke out there choking his coach, all of that. Like, come on, Zeke was fighting on the court, everything. Talking about unprofessional. He out there fighting. Like this is the thing. Professionalism stop with me at your shirt off. But it don't stop with brawling on the court, hitting folks upside the head, stealing off people. That don't get no hold, no bearings. You can do all of that. That's cool. That's cool. It just stopped with the attire. And once again, Zeke was former teammates with Dennis Rodman. Right? Now Dennis wasn't dressing like that when he was with the Pistons. But boy, Rodman, Isiah ain't crazy. He might have called Rodman. He might have called no, look. You can say no, because everybody that was around Dennis knew Dennis wasn't gay. He just was doing that crazy stuff, right? But I hear what you're saying. But Dennis was out here wearing lipstick, eyeliner, out here putting on wedding dresses. He wasn't doing that he wasn't wearing a wedding dress at the game. Dennis was out here wilding though. He didn't say, man, why we can't just wear suits and all of that. Better yet, was Dennis criticizing Allen Iverson then when they came? I don't know. I mean, not Dennis. Was Zeke criticizing Allen Iverson then when they was coming to the game? You feel me? What they used to say, the fact he went in there is weird. You know what they used to say about him. Like, come on, man. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. He wore the dress at a book sign for sure, but like I knew you make a video on Isiah. Yeah, man, because that is just uncalled for though. Because at this point, it's just attack LeBron James season. And that's why there is always going to be a rift between the older generation and the younger generation. All they know how to do is criticize, criticize, criticize. If you've seen Django, you know what I'm talking about. Criticize, criticize, criticize. Like, bro, the approach I would have said, man, look at LeBron James, year 22, at the arena 5 hours before the game, getting up shots, working out, all of that. But you want to talk about oh, he got his shirt off. Like, again, eating fruit during the yeah, all these old dudes, man, look at him doing this and doing it. Man, y'all better, dude been the ambassador for the game for real. And I don't care what nobody say. If dude ain't in the game, like, come on, man. Like, dude been upholding the sport as a great ambassador for the league. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Like, Juice, what's up, bro? Chicago in here, Joe. You know I love Zeke, bro. Zeke, I'm telling you, I didn't get on Chicagoans about not supporting Zeke the way they supposed to. I didn't get on Chicagoans. I didn't get on Chicagoans for abandoning Zeke for Michael Jordan and acting like Zeke ain't nothing, right? So you know I love Zeke. But, bro, you coming out here talking about the man's shirt off, shooting around 5 hours before the game, ain't no fans there, and you ready to just go gung-ho. You ready to go scorch earth on them? You see what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no sense, bro. What are we doing out here? What are y'all? What is going on? This how y'all coming? You feel me? He said, I noticed something about Magic. He'll trash the new generation, but soon the new era, they say, you noticed something about Magic. He would trash the new generation, but soon the new era say they could beat them one-on-one is disrespect. Right. That's my problem. The older generation trashed the new generation. But when the young generation say, man, we the cooked y'all, then they get, man, y'all disrespecting us. Hey, man, y'all disrespecting them too. It got to be a fine line. How I was raised, I don't care old or not. You're not going to keep disrespecting me and I'm going to just kiss your ass. I'm not doing that. You're not going to keep on disrespecting me. I'm just going to kiss your, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, Zeke was playing when dudes were snorting lines. I'm talking about getting higher than Giraffe, you know what, before games. Oh, man, he was playing with dudes like that. And he want to talk about professionalism, dog? What? Like, let's be for real, man. Like, that to me, this makes no sense. He has no standing ground. And this is coming from a dude that love Isiah Thomas. Say, yeah, Zeke tripping. Don't do another brother like that. Oh, but yeah, something meaningless, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. If this, y'all know me, bro. I don't allow for any and everything to be a part. I don't just accept any old BS. But having your shirt off, working out 5 hours before the game. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Kid Carr say Bron been probably the face since like 05, 06 when he averaged 31 a game and went to game 7. Game 6 actually with Detroit. Got him out of there in 6. But I get your point though. But yeah, like come on, man. He been helping to uphold the sport, helping to generate so much revenue for the NBA, helping to keep fans in the arena. Like, and this you gonna trash him for having his shirt off, bro. Like, what do we come on? And Brian Haters now saying he faking injuries to Saratoga Luka. Sabotage. I see to sabotage Luka. And he jealous of Luka is getting that's all they can do. That's all they could do. And you knew that was gonna be the talking point. But again, I'm here to shut all that down because I know how they get down. All these favorite YouTubers, they all building up ammo for him. And I promise y'all, LeBron has given a lot of people grace over the years. He didn't have dudes, older players trash him. And when he seen them, he didn't shook their hand at events. Like when he passed Kareem, and Kareem was just saw that LeBron for a long little minute. You know what I'm saying? He shook Kareem's hand the day he passed him in that scoring title. You feel me? Still shook his hand. But it's like, bro, like, come on, man. All this is just it's crazy. You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. See, I like Isiah Thomas, but he missed me. He lost me with that ish talking about professionalism. Yeah, bro. Like the older, and that's look, and talking grubbing media is making a point. He said, I give the NFL this much credit. The NFL old heads don't go around trashing the current NFL players at every turn. They don't. And I told y'all about that. When I said that, people were like, man, the product trash. Bro, do y'all know when Shannon Sharpe and them played, you couldn't even go across the middle as a receiver, right? You could do whatever you wanted to do to the quarterback. And they still give these boys praise. They don't say, back in my day, y'all boys soft now. Back in my day, we used to do this and do that. Y'all, this game soft. Because they understand. Them boys in the NFL already got it against them. They don't get guaranteed contracts, all of that, right? If they down the sport that they used to play, guess what happens to these young boys and their money, man? Y'all, not everybody buying to this narrative. Everybody buying to the narrative that the league is just horrible. That's what everybody doing with the NBA. And I'm not standing for that shit. Because yes, there are things about the NBA that's not perfect. 100%. But to act like the game is garbage now is weak. And they letting PK Subban and goddamn hockey. And I keep asking y'all Negroes, when the fuck have y'all watched hockey? Let's be for real. No disrespect to the sport, but we gonna be for real on here, y'all. I see brothers in the comment section talking about, man, PK, we riding with hockey. Bro, name me 3 positions in hockey. Name me 6 players in hockey. I can tell you can't do it right now. You can't do it. You feel me? Hey man, and this is the problem. Everybody want to trash the NBA. You don't do that to the NFL. My father watched NFL when again, boy, Ronnie Lott was taking dude's head off their shoulder. You know what I mean? And now they know the game can't be like that. They know the game can't be like that now. And they still praise these young boys. Man, Patrick Mahomes. Back in the day, boy, Patrick Mahomes would have been getting slaughtered. And they still give him praise because they know, man, we got to uplift the sport. They be on, like, bro, they know they can't do that to their sport. All the NBA dudes, man, these boys weak now. Back in my day, man, what is wrong with y'all, man? And it's always going to be like that as long as these dudes talk like the older generation and the younger generation are never going to mesh. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I seen dudes talking like they just watch hockey because PK Subban got them. Y'all like how he talk. Bro, we don't, brothers ain't never been to a hockey game. Ain't never been to a hockey game. Brothers don't even know how much time is in a hockey quarter. I guarantee you they don't. And they get up in there acting like, man, boy, we love hockey. Like, get out of here. Yeah, Pat would have been gotten demolished a long time ago. You feel me? I didn't see Pat walk the sideline almost. Boy, would have lifted his soul out of his body. But guess what? The old heads was like, you know what, man, the game got to change, man. We getting concussions, CTE. We still finna uplift these boys, man. We not gonna say, man, Pat wouldn't have been nothing in our era. In our era, Pat would have been. Ain't nobody gonna do that to him. They understand, man. We got to keep uplifting the game. If we trash the game we came from, what's gonna come? What's gonna come of our game now, right? And I'm telling you, the way the old dudes talking is going to be trouble when LeBron James retires. Because you didn't trash the generation so much. You got people that don't even watch basketball acting like basketball is garbage and it's trash. Bro, get up out of here. You feel me? Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Once LeBron retire, I'm telling you, when he retired, he said, watch LeBron. Once LeBron retire, watch how you won't hear much about the NBA being weak or soft. He left the East. Nobody said the East was weak. I promise you. Now, that's a fact. Soon as dude left the Eastern Conference, now the Eastern Conference suddenly just is competitive and it's better now. I wonder why. I wonder goddamn why. You feel me? But, you know, they be acting scared to hit Pat Mahomes or some game. Yeah, brothers still think Wayne Gretzky play hockey. Brothers only know Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin. And you probably got a lot of brothers that don't know who the hell Ovechkin is. They can't tell you nobody else. Nobody else. And brothers in the comments acting like hockey they love hockey. And again, you can't talk that shit to me because I know you don't. Brothers don't even know how many minutes is in the quarter. Brother can't tell you what a hat trick is. You feel me? And now we all, because PK Subban got on TV and talked some little stuff, you know, and he didn't put Kobe over LeBron, and everybody acting like it's just all. Yeah, we riding now. PK just the all-seeing eye now. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Gretzky, brothers only know Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, Alexander Ovechkin, who else? Only reason I know Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews is because they played in Chicago. And they was always on TV, you know, where they was in the Chicago local sports media. The sports media here, local sports media always talked about Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. Let's be for real. You know, they need to turn the heat on in the hockey game. You feel me? Like, people don't even, he said, I think, and Kid Carr said, I think it's 3 minutes. Right, bro. You probably right, bro. You probably right, but we don't know. We don't even know. All the best teams out west, everybody knew that. Man, let me tell y'all something. How long it's been like that, Rose Ball? All the best teams been out west. So you caught that new Barbie down? No, I didn't. I didn't. But if my daughter would have asked for it, guess who would have bought it for her? I would have bought it for her. You know what I'm saying? Bamboo, I bet you if Michael Jordan, hold on, let me get on him right quick. I bet you if Michael Jordan had that Barbie doll, your ass would have ran to that motherfucking store, wouldn't you? You would have been up in there. They gonna demonetize me for cussing. I don't care though. You would have went to that store for that Michael Jordan Barbie doll, wouldn't you? You would have went up in there. You would have been like, man, I got the flu game one. I got the flu game doll that came with the little special Gatorade he drunk up in Space Jam. You would have been like, I got the special edition one. So don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You done went and got that Michael Jordan one. You feel me? So don't do that. Oh my God. Last year, you would what? You would camp out for that. I don't camp out for nothing. You feel me? I don't. So you don't know me. I'm not camping out for a video game. So, nah, I'm the type of brother that didn't even get the PlayStation 5 because I refused to go through all them different hoops to get the system. And that was online trying to buy it. I wasn't doing that. You know? Yeah, yeah. Last year champion. What he say? He's the conference team though. That's it, bro. Uh, the Eastern Conference. Giannis them won in 2021. All of that. You know? Bamboo, didn't you? Hold on, Mac. Did you hear Rick Bucher's segment on LeBron? I cannot summon up a few comments, but I think it's pretty level-headed. I didn't hear Rick Bucher's. What did Rick Bucher say? I cannot sum it up in a few comments, but I think he's pretty level-headed in criticism of LeBron and would love to. I didn't even see he. When did he do this? Sunny 16. When did he do this segment? Was this like yesterday? You got to tell me when it was so I can go look it up. What I'm saying, see what he said. I mean, you can criticize LeBron, but criticizing him because his shirt is off, bro, that's just childish to me. Especially when you was on the court stealing off people. You know what I'm saying? You was stealing off folks. Like you was out here, your teammates was snorting lines and everything. And that's what you want to get mad at, bro. We not finna do that. We not finna do that. Why would they even make a LeBron Barbie doll? He's popular, bro. When you're a part of popular culture, they're gonna make whatever dog gonna sell them money, bro. Whatever dog gonna sell them money. Bro, hold on. I'm finna get on Bamboo Star. Bamboo Star, I bet you would go get a Michael Jordan blow up doll and do special things with the doll. Don't come here cracking jokes. Because I will cook you and put you in the air fryer, boy. So, um, but anyway, LeBron is a popular sports figure. They figure they're gonna sell if they make a LeBron doll, they're gonna sell, they're gonna, make money. He said, watch your boy Dreamers Pro. He played the Rick clip. What did Rick say? Like, give me a gist of what he basically said in so many words. If you can sum it up, pretty much. Yeah, Bamboo in here trying to talk crazy. Hey, he one of them. Look, I'm finna fire him up in a minute because he trying to come in here talking slick. He just don't know. I'm not the one that's gonna let you just get that off. You feel me? I'll put you in the blender over here. I'm not the brother that's gonna let you just talk crazy over here. You gonna get. I'm gonna have to cook you for real. What do you think of the LeBron? They hilarious to me, man. Them TikTok songs is funny, man. People are being silly, man. For real, and people being silly. But yeah, if you Barbie trying to sell money, man. What's that? Mattel? They gonna try to sell money, man. So whatever figure they can make to sell money, they gonna do that. You know. But yeah, the LeBron TikTok songs, they hilarious. I've heard them. I've just been laughing at them. The doll seems zesty to me. I mean, he didn't. What I mean, the doll. What? How does it seem zesty? Because it's a doll. I mean, if they made what he. I'll be wanting to know what do y'all want LeBron to say? Don't make a doll of me, bro. You gonna if they wanted to make a doll of you, you gonna take that check, Elliot? You feel me? It's just a doll. Like my son. Matter of fact, that's a LeBron action figure that he got for Christmas. From the Space Jam movie that my son got. You feel me? That the Space Jam movie with but yeah, the Bugs Bunny doll, the Bugs Bunny action figure thing, and the what's the name? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad to answer the phone call, man. Buka basically said he called out Brian Windhorst for no reason. Nah, yeah. Now I didn't agree with him going at Brian Windhorst like that. Now he got mad because Brian Windhorst basically he got mad because Brian Windhorst said that the reason why LeBron signed with Nike is because of Michael Jordan and because of something else. And he like, bro, I didn't sign with them because of that. He said I signed with Nike. He said Brian Windhorst act like he my best friend or something, like he know like my motivations for things. So in so many words, he said he signed with Nike because if he signed with because of the signing bonus they gave him, and because of the fact that he already was an avid wearer of Nike shoes. You know, once you sign with Adidas, you cannot wear Nikes anymore, right? And he like, yo, I'm already wearing Jordans and all of that, which are Nike shoes. So I want to keep wearing these shoes. So I was a Nike athlete. I went, I became a Nike athlete. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. And so now again, Windhorst has always been a supporter of LeBron, so I didn't like LeBron going off about that. But he was LeBron like, yo, why he act like he just know everything about why I did this and that? Like that's not why I went. I didn't go to Nike because of Michael Jordan. I went because I already wear Nike shoes and I want to keep wearing Nike, and because of the signing bonus they gave me. You feel me? So yeah. Did Michael Jordan have a figure back in the day? Yeah, I'm sure Michael Jordan had all type of action figures, all type of dolls and stuff, man. People acting like this is just new because of LeBron James, and it's just popular to just throw stones at LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? If the Lakers win a championship this year, Luka Doncic will be MVP. He's the best player on the team. It's evident now. You know what I'm saying? It's evident. So Luka Doncic will be Finals MVP for sure. The Luka Doncic, bro. And you can see, man, I'm be real with you. Over the past few weeks, LeBron been playing like the third best player on the team for real. Over the past 2 weeks or so, he been playing like the third best player on the Lakers. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic been going crazy. You feel me? But I mean, LeBron is 40 years old though, so like, like whenever he go off like that, it is just an anomaly anyway. You know, the fact that he's still averaging almost 25 a game this year. That is incredible. At the fact that he's 40 years old. So yeah, but Luka Doncic will be Finals MVP. They should replace LeBron's actual son, Bronny, with the dog. I guarantee the dog. You sound crazy. Bronny in there bringing in a lot of revenue for the Lakers organization, a lot, and for the G League and all of that. Believe it or not. No, Luka, man. LeBron wants another. Yeah, LeBron won another ring, man. He don't care if Luka get the Finals MVP. He really don't. Like, so yeah, he really don't care about that. Some of these dudes in here cutting up right now. Yeah, I know they tweaking. Dude in here, he want me to keep going back and forth with him. You see, he keep putting the same comment here over and over again. You feel me? Over and over again, he keep putting the same comments in over and over again. On the Ball podcast with Rebuke, he also said he doesn't understand LeBron lies about things that are easily debunked, saying he doesn't flop when McAfee when there are compilations of him flopping. Oh, okay. I didn't even hear him say he don't flop. Um, what else he says? Rick Bucher has been Rick isn't too fond of LeBron James like that either, actually. But I mean, some criticisms of LeBron are fair assessments for sure. Fair assessments. But you know, I just don't think they've ever seen a player be able to like move how he moved. You know what I'm saying? He said they say I flop all the time. Okay. One thing I felt super corny about the LeBron love affair was Shannon Sharpe ready to cash out and fight the whole week. But see, I think that was overblown, Kid Carr. He was ready to fight. What happened was during the game, bro. Shannon Sharpe sitting courtside. Dylan Brooks was guarding LeBron James. Uh, Dylan Brooks was guarding LeBron James. Shannon say he can't guard you, Bron. And Dylan Brooks said, F you. Shannon Sharpe said, F you too. When he said that, then John Morant came over there and said, sit your ass down. Then Shannon said something back to John Morant. After that, Steven Adams came over there behind him. Then T. Morant came over there. So it really wasn't about LeBron per se. It was because Dylan Brooks said F you. Now, it started because he said he can't guard you on the sideline, and Dylan Brooks heard him. You feel me? So, yeah. I mean, yeah, nah, hold on. That's not his place, though. Get his chilling on. I mean, yeah, but fans say stuff all the time. It's just that it's Shannon Sharpe that said it. So yeah, fans, that ain't, he got a favorite player. And again, he shouldn't being a media personality, you shouldn't say that though during a game. Just because on TV, well, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. It's gonna hold a different weight when you say that, though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he can say F, he got mad. Like, what you mean I can't guard him? You know what I mean? What you mean I can't guard him? So there's certain things I think when you're a media member or you're on TV, certain things you can't say, like as you would regularly say. And Shannon got too caught up in the game. Full of Southern charm. What's going on? I appreciate you popping in here. I appreciate you popping in. Can you tell me why LeBron has people so triggered? He doesn't seem to bother anyone, yet everyone has issues with him. I think they've never seen a player operate with this type of autonomy. Bron really be doing what he want to do. And I think there are older players who get upset with that he speaks and says what he wants, especially now. They get upset with that because they didn't do it in their era and they couldn't do it in their era. You feel me? So you have people who are upset about that. You have people who are upset that he thinks he's the best player of all time. They don't like that. You have people, yeah, they don't like the fact that he's really built an empire. And you got people who really they don't like that, Rich Paul, his best friend, one of his best friends is an agent in the NBA. And, yeah, Bron moves with a lot of autonomy. With two artificial hips. Shannon had to know. I'm not going to lie, though, little Jacob. My father, the same type of man, though. If you talk crazy to him, my dad going to get up and talk crazy back. My daddy, an old man. You feel me? And I think that's just that old black man spirit. You can't talk crazy to them like that. Hold on, Latanya. Thank you so much for that donation you just sent me. I appreciate that. She said a great donation. I appreciate that a ton. Latanya, thanks so much for sending that, Tanya. It means a lot to me. She always show me love on the Cash App. Thank you a ton. Who you got in the NBA Finals this year? So, Elliot, I got Boston and I got OKC. I have to see if the Lakers, who the matchups would be for the Lakers. I'm not sure how the Lakers would really bowl in a 7-game series with the OKC. Right now, I still got OKC coming out the Western Conference, but we shall see, though. We shall see. Old head have to remember these are grown men at the end of the day. Even if they're younger than them, they're not their kids. Facts. The people that tend to not like LeBron are actually miserable themselves. They find issue with every little thing he does. Absolutely. And they're all over YouTube. They are really miserable themselves. That's why I told y'all, when people act like every YouTuber is on YouTube glazing LeBron, that is false. Most people on YouTube hate LeBron James. And I say, man, as a LeBron fan, I got to bring balance to this. And even my channel was not bringing balance to it at all. At all, because there are so many LeBron hate channels. If, again, you can make a LeBron hate channel overnight and you will build a following just by saying how much you hate LeBron James. And I tell brothers all the time, they got to be careful about that. That LeBron hate brings a lot of MAGA people to your channel. It brings a lot of anti-black folks to your channel. So The moment you make a video about something else, you start talking about black people and social justice with black folks. They start wondering, why the hell do I have all these anti-black people on my page? You've garnered that fan base through that LeBron hate, because LeBron has a lot of haters due to the fact that he is not a fan of Donald Trump, that he speaks out against police brutality against black American people, that he speaks up for black American folks, and he has a lot of people that want him to shut up and dribble and to just stop talking about oppression because he's rich, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, older black men, they don't care how old they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't care how old they are. If you talk crazy to them, they gonna talk crazy back. It's just how they cut. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got Cleveland in the finals. Oh wow, okay. It could very well happen, man. It could very well happen. I think Shaq could have lasted too, but he didn't have the best work ethic. He could have averaged 20 points probably 2 or 3 more years if he trained like Bron at his size. I agree, man. And let me talk about Shaquille O'Neal, man. Uh, I'm gonna say this too. Kobe White, Jabari has been playing outstanding. Jabari, Kobe White. I'm telling you right now, the Bulls got something on their hands with Kobe White, Jabari. I'm telling you right now, he's a problem. Kobe White is a problem, and he is tough. So Bulls got something. They better keep him. They better find however whatever they got to do to keep him. They better get it done. I love watching Kobe White play. I watch him before work. One day I'm eating some pizza before work downtown at Rosati's. What? I'm like, man, well, I got Boston coming out the East. Yeah, Boozelis, them man, boy, what? They hooping. Josh Giddey hooping. All them boys getting to it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. The Bulls look entertaining now. You feel me? The Bulls look entertaining. For real. I'm like, yeah, boy. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to the UC. I'm gonna have to go see them. Honestly, trading Zach LaVine them was probably the best, probably the best thing they didn't done in a long time. Trading Zach LaVine them because Zach them over there struggling over there in Sacramento. That trading them was probably the best thing they've done in a while. Now the young talent got room to grow and prosper. They play well together. They having fun out there. They trust each other, and it's showing on the court. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from my Chicago Bulls. I've been watching them. I'm like, yeah, boy, these boys look good out there, man, for real. So yeah, I'm tuned in with him, man. I'm tuned in. Said Kobe White really jumped off the screen to me. Real talk. Look, I didn't watch games against like Kobe White didn't play Sacramento. The brother had like 16 and a quarter, 16, 17 and a hooping. I'm like, yeah, he on one. He's on one. And now you can really see it now because Zach is gone. Now he's able to flourish. Josh Giddey, Boozelis, they all hooping together, man. Do you see Cooper Flag making some noise in the NBA? I think so. I think so, man. I think he's going to make some noise. They might rig the draft for him to come to Chicago. Y'all know, man, the draft be rigged like a mug. They be wanting people to come up. They need certain players in big markets. Truthfully, they need certain players in big markets at times. Because I don't know how the hell the Bulls was able to get Derrick Rose. I don't know how that happened. We had a 1 point something percent chance of getting Derrick Rose, and we got him. How that happened, I don't know. We were 33 and 49 the year we drafted Derrick Rose. We had one of the lowest percentages to get that pick, and we got it. So I don't know, man. He might go to Charlotte or Washington. Yeah, he go to and he go to Brooklyn. That'd be good for New York fan base. Have somebody opposite of the Knicks to be playing in New York City still, balling out. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be a good look for him to be in Brooklyn for Cooper Flag be in Brooklyn for sure. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be good. But nah though. On the real though, Joe. On the real, Joe. This LeBron, they gotta stop with this. I watched Shaquille O'Neal basically say that LeBron James's longevity is due to the league being soft now. And again, Shaq is a talking head on TV. Look how they talk about today's game. First of all, if that were true, why are people who came into the league after LeBron James already retired? If LeBron's longevity is due to the league being soft, how do you explain people that got drafted years after LeBron James already being retired? Jeff Teague ain't playing no more. Derrick Rose ain't playing no more. Like these dudes that came in years after him have been long gone. Been gone for a couple. This guy dude's been gone for a couple of years now. So if the league's so soft, if his longevity, if his longevity is because of that, how the hell people that been in after him gone? You know what? I seen 600 Breezy, him and his girl. I really ain't been keeping up with it too much. I saw it was all in the shade room and she going crazy, like she trying to force him to stay with her and all of that, and and truthfully, man, oh my God, man, you 34, 35, still trapping. Yeah, he admitting on live that he's still out here moving weight. He admitting he got into shootouts. Like what? It's just all type of craziness, man. I'm gonna say this too, man. Brothers gotta watch the women that they procreate with. Did Zion really put a baby in that girl that's stalking him? Or is she stalking the mother of his child? For real. Like brothers gotta have some discernment out here now. Man, Zion like wild, crazy girls. That's what he like. For real, like, you know what I'm saying? Says Shaq is jealous of LeBron. Shaq is jealous of LeBron, that's all. He's not disciplined as LeBron or Kobe. Yeah, man. Shaq, the same man that said he was scared of little MJ, little old MJ. He shouldn't be talking. That's why Kobe. Oh my God! And I took Shaq's side in that Kobe beef for real. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe had no business telling that, telling that, telling Shaq personal business in that police interrogation room. He just didn't ever think he was gonna come out to the public. So I'm like, man, why is he bringing up that Shaq be cheating on Shawnee O'Neal for? What do that got to do with what you got going on? You feel me? And that's why they couldn't coexist for real too. But I'm like Shaq, come on, bro. Like, come on. That's why he got that longevity because the league's soft. Really, bro? That's what we doing? Like, no, that's not why. That's not why at all. See, I ever had the Angel Reese special? Nah, ain't that at McDonald's? The Angel Reese special? That's McDonald's, right? Only thing I eat from McDonald's is McChicken. That's it. I don't eat nothing else from McDonald's. So I wouldn't even know about it. My daughter and my son, they love McDonald's though. My kids love McDonald's. So they said Kobe. Let me see what Zero say. They said Kobe spoke multiple languages. Well, he also spoke he also spoke snitch. Yeah, he went in there and told on Shaq. He in there telling them, I should have paid the girl like Shaq be doing. Whoa, sir. If you get jammed up, don't mention my name. But he did that and he didn't think it was gonna come out. Then it came out to the public, unfortunately. Shaq found out about it. Him and Shaq was at odds with each other. Because Shaq at home now, and now he at odds with Shawnee because of what Shaq said. Because of what Shaq saying. I mean, because of what Kobe said. Now his home is in turmoil because something that Kobe didn't say during the interrogation. You know what I'm saying? I think if LeBron came in the league in 99 or 2000 with D Miles, Kmart, and Jamal Crawford, LeBron was still, of course. He only came in 3 years afterwards. And so, like, LeBron didn't miss all the physical era. He didn't miss that. He came in when Kmart, Kevin Garnett, and them was in a heyday. He came in when Shaq was still with the Lakers. he came in when Ben Wallace was in the paint as a physical force, as a bruiser. He came into the league when all these tough dudes is all around. All these dudes that was enforcers, they were still there. And he still was averaging 30 and 28, 29, and 27 on them dudes. So when people act like they act like LeBron came into the league in 2015, I'm like, do y'all know what y'all saying? You feel me? He came into the league. Dude came into the league when all these dudes are still in their prime. You know what I mean? Like Kenyon Martin came into the league 3 years before LeBron James. They had like Kmart was playing in '94 in the league. No, you know what I'm saying? So I just think people love to nitpick with dude because his personality. See, men, bro, familiarity breeds disrespect. And a lot of times when men are easygoing people, fun loving, you have people who don't like that. They want you to be a certain way. They want you to be an asshole to get love. You feel me? I myself had that problem. Dudes thinking I'm something else. I'm something that I'm not because my spirit is not aggressive. My spirit is not assholish. So they think, oh, he got to be sweet. You out your mind. And that's when I say, you are out of your mind. There's no way I grew up in the same neighborhoods y'all grew up in, or even worse. And I'm still out here walking around and moving around, and I was soft. There's no way that's going down. There's no way I'm going to the corner store. I'm going to the basketball court over here if I'm really soft and I'm sweet like that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but people used to do that to me, right? People used to do that to me all the time, like thinking I'm something else. And I think with LeBron James, because he's not standoffish to people, because he's not rude and abrasive to people, people tend to take his kindness for weakness. They think he's something sweet or soft because he grew up as an only child, you know? So he's ingratiating to younger talent because he grew up as an only kid, only child in rough circumstances. Him and his mama bouncing around from couch to couch. So in his upbringing, he learned how to befriend people because of that. He didn't grow up with brothers and stuff and siblings like Michael Jordan did. He didn't grow up with siblings like Kobe Bryant did. He didn't have a basketball playing daddy like Kobe did. Kobe's father had him living overseas. All that. He didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Jay, like Shaq was doing all that weird stuff he was doing. I don't know how nobody didn't whoop him for that. I'm telling you, if Shaq would have done it with the wrong, or certain people would have whooped Shaq for that. You ain't putting my mouthpiece up your butt. Now, like, come on, what is we doing? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, like LeBron grew up differently from these people, from Michael Jordan. Mike came from a two-parent household. He had siblings. He came from a stable home. LeBron didn't grow up in a stable home. You feel me? So he grew up, with a young teenage mama bouncing around. So in his lifetime, he learned how to befriend people. Kobe had a different demeanor, different personality. Grew up overseas with a basketball playing father that exposed him to the game of basketball, that exposed him to professional basketball, you know, and he has siblings. So he had an upbringing and room to be like that. LeBron, when you a new kid in the area, you can't be walking around trying to make enemies out of everybody. You bouncing around from school to school. You can't be making enemies like that. So it affects the way you grow up, affects how you act in your everyday personality, the way you grow up. If I'm bouncing around school to school, I can't be making enemies everywhere I go. I gotta be ingratiating. For what's up, y'all? What's going on? Even when you by far the best player on the team, you are most of the time you're gonna be embracive of other people because you don't got no family like that. You know, hey, bro, if LeBron James would have went, hold on, when LeBron started flopping? When did y'all think that started happening? All that flopping because he didn't do that when he was young. When did you think when he came into the league, he putting up 40 on all them tough dudes they be talking about? They was getting dunked on. All of them was getting dunked on. Garnett was getting dunked on. All of them was getting dunked on. So Now, Zero, you said something, not me, Zero. Let me tell you something now. Kobe Bryant is an all-time great player, Pantheon great. But something about how that situation was handled with his parents and his wife, and how his parents were not even acknowledged at his memorial service, and I'm telling y'all, your wife is going to treat your parents based upon how you treat them. And if you don't set that tone, your wife gonna follow the suit you on. And it's very telling how Vanessa Bryant was treating his parents, you know what I'm saying, after Kobe passed, didn't even acknowledge them, right? And for you to be celebrating, separating from your black parents the way you was doing and riding off into the sunset with the Latina girl. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Right? He didn't do that when he was young. So why? How long? He done on Rasheed Wallace, Tim Duncan, all of them, man. So yeah, but I don't like that, man. I didn't like how the situation was handled with his parents, man. I don't like that. I can be at odds with my people. That's still my people, man. You know, and let's be for real. Kobe Bryant wouldn't have been a basketball player had it not been for Joe Bryant. Joe Bryant taught him how to play basketball. Joe Bryant had him around the game of it, had him around professional sports. Joe Bryant was taking him overseas with him when he been a professional player. You feel me? So yeah, man. Yeah. It's that, I can't, man. You know, that just didn't sit right with me, man. I could be at odds with my parents, but we ain't, nah, man. It's no way I'm not leaving them no fight. I'm not, nah, bro. Ah, I'm just different. I grew up different, man. I was raised differently, man. I was raised differently. I remember in high school they had a segment on the radio saying, "Do you have a problem with black men dating Latina women?" They said that. Oh, I can believe they probably had a segment like that. And again, you can date whoever you want to date. Like, do what you want to do, right? My problem is I just cannot have my black parents out here struggling, struggling, and me and my wife caped up. I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, your parents did not support your marriage initially. And contrary to popular belief, people make it seem like it was just because she was Latina. It really was the fact that Kobe's woman was a video girl. She was super young when they got married. You've heard there have been stories about Vanessa's mother trying to strong arm Kobe into marrying Vanessa, right? Kobe got married without a prenup, all of that. Now, what black parents gonna stand by idly and let that ride out? You know what I'm saying? Bro, my mama would have slapped the hell out of me if I would have got tried to get married without a prenup at 21 years old, right? Your girl is a video girl. My mom would be like, bro, like, come on, man. Shit, and that's just to protect you, right? They didn't know what type of wife Vanessa Bryant was going to be. They were just worrying about protecting their son and his assets and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that was, man. That's all that was. Reggie Miller was the biggest flopper. Man, Reggie used to flop like it ain't nothing. That'd be my problem. Everybody get Reggie Reggie was flopping his ass off. Selling calls. You wasn't even touching Reggie fall out all on the floor. And then wink at the camera when he do it. And everybody give Reggie all type of praise. I mean, Reggie was a dog. Reggie was a dog. Reggie was doing it all the time. That'd be the thing for me talking in Grubbin Media. And I think I brought that up before. Reggie was not better greater than Steph Curry. You got to stop, Bamboo. Reggie was not better than Steph Curry. Reggie's a 5-time All-Star. Let's be for real now. Let's be absolutely for real. Reggie didn't shoot better than Steph. He's not a better overall basketball player than Steph. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Do you think if he didn't grow up in Italy, he would have been different? I don't. Maybe so. I do think probably so. I think his exposure to them other cultures probably did something to him. The way he grew up and how he processes things. You know, also growing up overseas probably affected the way he interacted with other people. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Part of it too, I think, was that he y'all gonna get mad when I say this. I think he was so influenced by Michael Jordan, he started trying to take up Michael Jordan's personality in certain ways. Michael Jordan was a sociopathic individual, right? He is. He's a sociopath. And I think Kobe, because he idolized Michael Jordan so much, he took up that personality. Kobe, yeah. He took up that personality as well, also. I do believe that. Now, I do believe some of that was aided by the fact that he grew up overseas, to where he was standoffish to people because he didn't make friends a lot overseas, right? He didn't make friends a lot overseas, and so I think it affected the way he interacted with people, right? Kobe didn't hang out a lot like that and I don't hang out a lot, right? But I still know how to meet common ground with people, even though okay, I'm in a fraternity, right? My fraternity brothers like to kick it. I like to go to certain events and kick it, but I was not a big party goer. But I still know how to relate to men and interact with men, even when I don't do the exact same things that they do. Kobe did not really know how to interact with people when they weren't like him. He did not. And you can't be like that in everyday life in society. There are people who are going to do things differently than you. You have to learn how to interact with these individuals. And when I speak these things, I think people think I'm speaking negatively of Kobe, but I'm just saying the truth. Like, there's a certain way you got to handle certain things. Um, you say SL say I always forget MJ grew up around black culture. Yeah, you forget because the way he kind of upholds himself. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Kobe regrets some of the stuff he did? I absolutely would think absolutely. I agree. I believe that 100%, Zeddy. I think as he was getting older, after he stopped playing, I think he saw a lot of error in his ways, which is why he started to reach out to the other younger talent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when he stopped playing, I think certain things started to click with him. Man, I shouldn't have been like that. I think Kobe of old age would have recognized how wrong he was for the way he interacted with Smush Parker. I think he would have recognized that. And I think because time away from the game, he started to realize, dang, I did a lot of stuff the wrong way. I interacted with people. I rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You had Sasha Vujacic was just on Out the Mud podcast. I didn't watch Out the Mud podcast with Sasha Vujacic. That's Tony Allen and Zach Randolph's podcast. And I watched I seen a little clip. I didn't watch the clip. I saw a clip basically with the title of Sasha Vujacic saying Kobe was very hard to play with. Like, there were people that did not like him on the team, in so many words. He didn't get a like, you know what I'm saying? His personality was very, he liked Sasha Vujacic, but he was not and you've heard what's my man name? Smush Parker alluded to that in previous prior interviews. There are a lot of people who are scared to say it, but there are a lot of people who did not like playing with him. You feel me? Who did not like playing with him because of the way he came off to people. You feel me? But they won't say it because they don't want to disrespect him and the legend that he is. And they know people will call them certain names if they say they'll call him soft and stuff. But Smush said there are a lot of people who felt like me that playing with him was very hard to play with him, but they don't want to say it, you know? And I think older Kobe Bryant would acknowledge, man, I think I did a lot of things the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It was certain things I did the wrong way. There was a lot of things he did as far as work ethic that was correct, 100%. But the way he came across the teammates, yes, because you have to be ingratiating to your teammates. I'm not saying you have to coddle them, but there is a way you talk to the younger talent that's around you to build them up. There are certain things you shouldn't say to them. There are certain ways you're supposed to interact with them. And I thought about, and it's the way I'm just juxtaposing them across from each other. Like I thought about the way LeBron used to do Boobie Gibson when Boobie first came to the team. JJ Hickson. LeBron was very ingratiating to those young guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because he understood that sometimes being like that does all the confidence. It does a lot to their confidence as players. People believing in you does a lot for their confidence. Like I'm being 100%. I've seen it just in pickup games, right? My homie Kiefer was a person, especially when he got older, high school and stuff. Um, I've watched Kiefer elevate certain guys who weren't as good like that just because of the way he talked to them, the way he believed in them, and it did wonders for them. They played above over their head a lot of times because they knew he believed in them. It didn't matter how many shots they missed, they could miss layups. He still believed in them. He still kept going to them. And guys sometimes would play over their head a lot in college with him just because of the way they felt like he believed in it. Kiefer, I'm gonna say this about Kiefer is a great leader as a player. He's a great leader. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it just because it's my friend. He knows how to make certain people feel good about themselves as players. And it helped. You know what I'm saying? No, Kobe was being an a-hole. You don't tell your young point guard you don't have enough accolades to speak to me. That's horrible leadership. That's horrible leadership. And I think Kobe would make that assessment as an adult. You know what I'm saying? There are certain ways you got to handle certain talent. Everybody does not, you can't treat everybody the same way. Can't talk to every player the same way. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan was the same way to people. And he thought that was the way to be. And that's not the only way to win games, y'all. Tim Duncan was not that way. All right. Um, Magic Johnson had a smile on his face all on the court. You know? So a certain way you could be. Yeah, man. I think in older age, Kobe would say, man, I really did that the wrong way. There are certain ways I was supposed to talk to the guys around me, and certain ways I wasn't supposed to talk to them. You feel me? So, yeah. And now to your point, Tim didn't have to be an a-hole like that because Greg Popovich could come off that way. But, certain guys aren't, they don't got to be like that. Listen, man, I watched Derrick Rose. I'm going to use Derrick as an example. I don't know if y'all remember this. Derrick Rose and Simeon High School played Oak Hill on TV. Oak Hill High School. Oak Hill is like Sierra Canyon. But yeah, they were even better than Sierra. They were way better than Sierra Canyon. Oak Hill was filled with McDonald's All-Americans all through their entire roster. I watched Derrick Rose lead his Chicago Simeon team. He beat them. He beat Oak Hill when Oak Hill was the number 1 team in the country. Simeon was the number 22 team in the country. Nobody on Derrick's team was going high major D1. Other than Derrick, all the rest of them guys were going mid-major and below. Right? And I watched Derrick lead Simeon to a win. Derrick was not a rude leader. He was not abrasive. He was not an a-hole. But Derrick was a leader who believed in the talent around him. So much so, I watched Derrick in a championship game score 2 points and let his whole team get off. He let the rest of his teammates get off on the other team. They blew the team out, and Derrick had 2 points, and they still blew the other team out for the state championship. He let his big man Tim fly. Derrick Rose's big man was one of his best friends. Tim was 6'4", right? He let Tim get 35 and like 13 rebounds that game. He let all of them go off in a championship game. Cause you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Brandon Jennings was on that team. Dude named Julian Vaughn. They were riddled with McDonald's All Americans that year when Derek beat them. They had McDonald's All Americans all through that team. You know what I'm saying? And Derek them beat them. And again, he took a team off Vince Sands out of the hood of Chicago to beat Oak Hill. And that really was just the fact that they played so well because Derek was leading them and they know Derek believed in them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that stuff like that matters for sure. And I think in older age, Kobe would be like, man, I should have been a little different, man. I should have been a little different towards certain people at times. Michael Jordan, he don't care about how he was. Michael Jordan feel like I won, so who cares? But you alienate a lot of people in the process, even with winning. There are a lot of people who don't really care for Mike like that, even though he was a winner. You know what I'm saying? You know, Kobe might now. Kobe did face. I've heard stories about Kobe facing backlash for like when because he didn't want to hang with the older players, he faced a little pushback. You know what I'm saying? From the other talent. I've heard that before for sure. He faced some little what's the word? Is it adversity or he didn't get along with some of them because of the fact he didn't want to kick it with them off the court like that. You know, I've heard that for some. Man, what is a fly up in here? I hate flies in my crib. I don't. That just annoyed me. They say LeBron is protected by the media, but the most famous basketball player of all time isn't. MJ is a global icon. Uh, there's no way he doesn't. Michael Jordan absolutely has protection, and people are gonna say he don't need it. He does though. He has a lot of protection. Like I told y'all, most of the dudes that trash LeBron James, especially the dudes from the early 2000s, they are all Jordan brand athletes. So when people be like Clutch Sports be paying people, like no, literally, Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles, Steven Jackson are all on Michael Jordan's pay. They are all on Jordan payroll. They are, and people don't know that. Like, there's no proof that LeBron is paying anybody. There is proof that these dudes they are assigned to Jordan Brand. Do you think they're allowed to say anybody else is the GOAT outside of Michael Jordan? No, no. They're not even allowed to say. If you say somebody else is the GOAT outside of Michael Jordan, that damn Jordan contract is over with. And dudes like, no, not being disrespectful, but dudes like Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, that Jordan brand, that Jordan sponsorship mean a lot to them. I'm not saying they ain't saving their money and they ain't make no good money. I don't know what them brothers did financially. But I know these are dudes who wasn't gonna have no they wasn't gonna have no damn shoe deal. They wasn't gonna have no shoe endorsement like that. You know? So yeah, they got that Jordan brand money. Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles, Steven Jackson, all Jordan brand athletes. For real. You know what I'm saying? So the first Space Jam was done. I actually love Space Jam Zero. I love that movie. I love that movie. I love that movie. As a Kobe fan, I think he might not have been comfortable in his own skin. People forgetting People forget other than being sort of a loner, he said he had dyslexia and had trouble learning English when he returned. Yeah, I mean, I do believe that affected the way he interacted with people, for sure. I do think some of that affected the way he interacted with people, 100%. Kobe would have made Space Jam 2 better. I don't know, man. I haven't seen Kobe Bryant act for real. I seen Kobe was on Moesha show, wasn't he? Wasn't he on the Moesha show at some point? Or that Deion Sanders was on there. I know he took Brandy to prom. But was Kobe on Moesha show too? I think he was on Moesha show too, though. I think. I don't know though. He was on Moesha. Yeah. When he said LeBron could play Othello, some folks go to the theater just to boo LeBron. Oh, 100%. Like, that's why when I see non-black people making Diddy jokes about LeBron James, boy, most non-black people didn't know who the hell Diddy was until recently. Like, y'all just found out who Diddy was last year. And that's why they couldn't wait. These Diddy jokes are so corny now to me. Lil Diddy. Like only white folks. Only non-black people still cracking them jokes. I ain't gonna even just say just white. Only non-black people cracking them jokes now. You feel me? What's my favorite basketball movie again? Coach Carter. Coach Carter and Above the Rim. Above the Rim, Coach Carter and Above the Rim, my favorite basketball movies. Yes. Yup. He said, Yo, Mills, you saw what I said about Dr. Umar? Nope. I ain't even I didn't even see what did you say, Zero? I'm trying to kill his damn fly now. This is getting on my nerves. Trump party with Diddy. Facts. Trump party with Diddy. Everybody, like, bro, Kobe was at a Diddy party before everybody was at them Diddy parties, bro. Diddy was he was the popular person to kick it with, man. You feel me? He was a popular person to kick it with. Just like R. Kelly music was popular to listen to. It still is popular to listen to, but you know what I'm saying. Like what? I said Dr. Umar said MJ and Kobe were on record. Nah, he definitely has called both of them out for that, for sure. Yes. Kobe party, 100%. You got pictures of Kobe Bryant smiling with Diddy at a party. But I love how people love to gloss over that, like, and act like LeBron James is the only basketball player that was around Diddy. Like, really? Come on, man. Come on. Say Captain Diddy getting out soon. I don't understand why people try to downplay what LeBron James has done for the game of basketball. Uh, I don't like. I don't like. I don't understand why people try to downplay what LeBron James has done for the game of basketball. As a sports fan, I take great pride in acknowledging what that person has done, regardless of gender. Man, listen, what LeBron has done for the game of basketball is outstanding, y'all. The game has been resting on his shoulders for 15 years now. At minimum 15. At minimum, you can say more than that. But since year 7, it's been absolutely. I'm gonna be real. Since his third or fourth year, he really, really, really since like his third, fourth, he really been the face of the league for like since that time. But I'ma just say, since his 7th year on, he has been the focal point of the league. And he's kept it afloat. Look at them damn finals he had with Golden State. Them Golden State versus Cleveland finals. People knew they were going to be in the finals every year and still tuned in. Still tuned in. He was in Miami. They knew they was going to the finals. People tuned in all the time. Right? You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, he went to LA. That was a big headline. That was a talking point. That was a topic of conversation. You know what I mean? Dude has been always keeping he's been moving the needle, moving the dial for the NBA for the longest of time. You know, at 22 years old, he's still putting up 24 and a half a game, almost 25 a game. If you round it up, it's 25. You know, that's incredible, man. And so got to give props and props due, man. All this hating got to stop. This hating has got to stop, man. It gotta stop though, man. It's getting out of hand now. It's getting ridiculous, man. Oh man. Man, I gotta work tomorrow night. The weekend just be going by too damn quick. I'll be tired of this now. Come on now. What we doing? Media came live. Fredro was like, Cal, he watching and Birdie on Sunset Park. I've never seen Sunset Park a day in my life. Fredro Star was hooping. Mills, MJ got too many skeletons in his closet. We barely hear from him these days. MJ out here off that yak. Off that yak. Do I think Vanessa Bryant is a gold digger? I mean, I think she genuinely loved Kobe, but I don't agree with the way she's handled his parents. Um, I don't agree with things she's done. I don't agree with how his parents were addressed at the memorial. I think she loved Kobe, but I think she was not a person to bring people together. My uncle told me a woman is either going to be a person who brings people together or she's going to keep people divided. She's going to divide or she's going to divide people. Vanessa, I think, divided him and his family. And I don't think she cared about him mending that relationship at all. Me personally, the women that I grew up around, there's no way the women I grew up around would not want me to mend a relationship with my parents. I don't think Vanessa gave a damn about him and his parents being on good terms, truthfully. I don't think she cared about it. I think she cared about him and her kids, and that was it. But me personally, there's no way I'm ever going to be with I can't be with a person knowing and just say F your parents and say F your parents. I can't do that. I can't do that. There's no way I could do that. The women I grew up around were women who were people who brought people together. You know what I'm saying? Women that I've dated were advocates of bringing people together, not keeping them separate. And I think Vanessa is one of them people. See, there are people in this world who live by this. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. Right? But I believe, yeah, you put the family you create first, but you don't say F your family. They came before. You don't do that to your people. Me and my people close knit. Close knit. There's no way you say F your people just because you got your own family now. And I think Vanessa was one of them people that say F your family. You got your own family now. Who cares? I think she didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? About him and his family. She cared about him and her and their kids. You know, and I can't be with a woman, me personally, who only care about me and our kids and just say F your other people. There's no way. I'm too family oriented for me. I'm too family oriented for me to ever be with a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, he chose her for, hey, she loved him. But nah, I gotta be with a woman who care about my people too. He said, I don't know. I think him being with Vanessa was an act of rebellion for whatever reason, because one of his sisters kissing up to her, the other sister, I don't know. It's very their whole dynamic is weird, Zeddy. It's very, very weird. Uh Very weird. I heard one of the sisters was working as a waiter in a restaurant. One sister is cool with Vanessa, the other sister isn't. The mama and Joe was not speaking to Vanessa. Man, it's just very weird, man. And there are people close to the situation that know what went on. And when I heard Gilbert Arenas knew Kobe, and he said he acted as if Kobe's parents were justified in their reasoning for him not wanting to marry Vanessa at that time. And there are some things that are better left unsaid about certain things in certain situations. I don't know. And for all we know, after Kobe got caught up cheating, we don't know if she had him by the you know what. Ain't no telling. She got your babies, y'all married, you got caught up. Cause they was almost about to get divorced. Hence the Kobe my N-word. I hate it had to be him. But you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Stephen B say, time out. Bright, bro. Zeke Isaiah Thomas was mad about LeBron with his shirt off. Bruh. 5 hours before the fans come to the game, bro. That is just ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Vanessa, I think, was 17 when she met Kobe. I think she was 17. I don't know if that's underage. I don't know what's the age of consent or whatever. I don't know. I don't know in California what the age, because it's some places is 17, some places is 18. You know, but yeah, she was like 17, I think, when they met initially. I think she was out of high school though, just out of high school, I think, at that time, just getting out of high school. Kobe was like 20 at the time he met her. You said it's 18 in California? Okay. He was like 20 at the time he met her, I think. Yeah, bro. Isaiah was mad that LeBron had his shirt off, bro. Talking about we need to bring back professionalism in his league. And Zeke was going off. I'm talking about he was snapping out, going scorched earth. And I'm like, Zeke, bro, Zeke came from an era where his teammates were snorting lines. Snorting lines. I mean, popping pills, alcoholics, and everything. You feel me? So, like, what is we talking about? But yeah, so Jazzy, and this is the thing though. The word on the street was always Kobe parents didn't come to the wedding because she was a Latina, and they wanted him to marry a black girl. But it was a lot more. It wasn't rooted in really in that. It was also the fact that Kobe was like 21 years old when he was getting ready to marry her. He was married. He married her without a prenup. Kobe Vanessa was like a video girl at the time, right? There were rumblings that Vanessa's mama was trying to strong arm Kobe into like marrying Vanessa, right? Trying to like strong arm him into marrying her. That's the rumors. And so Kobe parents like, man, hell no. What? You get married out of prenup? You know what I mean? You get married so young. You don't really know this girl like this. You met her at a video shoot. You know what I'm saying? Kobe actually got drafted at Kobe came in 96, right? Was that 96 draft? He came in 96. Was that 96? Yeah. Yeah. She was a video girl. You're right. She was a video girl. My mama now. What? I'm about to marry a video girl, bro. A video girl. And I'm 21 years old. Kobe mother is not Italian, bro. Kobe mother is a black woman. Kobe is full-blooded black. None of his parents are anything but black. His mother black, his father black. Right? He's not Italian at all. He went to Italy only because his father was playing basketball over there. That's how he knows Italian. You know? Yeah, they looked at that and say, "Oh no, man. My son is out here falling in love with this girl. He don't know her. He ready to get married to a girl he really don't know without a prenup. She was a video girl. The signs were not good for them. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't know what type of wife she was gonna turn out to be. But if I see my young son, who's a millionaire, getting ready to marry a video girl who he barely knows, right? Without a prenup, I'm gonna go crazy. What the hell? I'm gonna tell you right now, my mama wouldn't have let me come down. Now she probably would have fought me before I even came down an aisle on something like that. You feel me? So yeah, man. His parents were really, yeah. That's really what it was, Jazzy. They were really they had his best interest in mind. They didn't think they didn't know. They said, man, our son gonna get done dirty. They were wondering about the best interest of their son. But them not coming to the wedding, I'm gonna say this though. I do believe they should have came to the wedding, even though if they didn't agree. They should have came because that can alter your relationship with your child, right? Them not coming to the wedding, that had him feeling a way about them. And I think at some point, I think because Kobe was very close with his parents, very close with them coming up. And I think at some point, I think Vanessa never forgave them for not coming to the wedding. I think Vanessa, yeah, I said that about 3 years ago. Zach was gonna win MVP. You're pain. I said that about 2 or 3 years ago. I said that. Yeah, I did say that. And the Bulls, this is when and the Bulls are starting off well. Zach was averaging like 26 a game. Then Lonzo Ball got hurt and it was over with. Yeah. That was the season the Bulls was killing. That was like 3 years ago I said that. It was said that Kobe also had animosity towards his parents for selling his billion behind. Yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I do so I need what you were smoking. Actually, man, Zach was averaging 26. Like, did you watch Zach that season? He was going crazy. The Bulls were before Alonzo got hurt. The Bulls they whooping the Lakers. Everybody. Him and DeMar DeRozan was going crazy that season. Zach averaged, I think, him and DeMar was averaging 20. He was averaging 26. DeMar was averaging 25 during that season. Seriously, and I was like, at the start of the season, when I said that it was the beginning of the season, Zach was averaging like 28 a game. Nah, seriously. If you would have saw that beginning of the season, nah, for real. I'm dead serious. I said MVP. I thought the Bulls was gonna finish third. I thought they was gonna finish third in the Eastern Conference. All of that. Yeah, at that time, the Bulls was rolling. Yep, and DeMar was in MVP talks at the time. So with Giannis, bruh. Derrick Rose won MVP with LeBron in the league, bro. And the year he said he was going to win, nobody thought he was going to win, bro. So I'm just saying. And Derrick won MVP with Dwight Howard in the Eastern Conference. Nobody thought Derrick was going to win at the start of the season. Rick Bucher was the only one who selected who selected Derrick Rose as preseason MVP, as MVP of the season before the season. And I like to have bold takes. And me saying Zach, it was a bold take to have at the time. So yeah, right. But nobody thought the Bulls were going to have the best record in the Eastern Conference that season. When I made that video, bro, we were like 6 games into the regular season when I said that, bro. I made that prediction early before the season even got going. Nobody thought the Bulls. I didn't say that at the middle point of the season. I said the very beginning. Nobody knew the Bulls were going to have the best. We went 62-20 that year. And Derrick had Keith Bogans as his starting point guard. And with Derrick being special as he was, nobody had him winning MVP that year before the season started but Rick Bucher. Derrick went on a crazy run where people were like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So was Zach LaVine as talented as Derek? No, but he's a hellified scorer though. He could score the ball. You know what I mean? But I thought at that point with Lonzo, at the point, Lonzo was locking dudes up. We were playing very well. DeMar DeRozan and was cooking. I thought that Zach had a chance to win. It's like again the fifth or sixth game in the season. I said that I remember when I made the video. That was like maybe 6 or 10 games into the season. I said that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, after that season, Zach went down and down and down. All Zach could do was try to score. So after that, yeah, I saw that was over with. And the best thing that they could have done was to move on from him. You know what I'm saying? Was to move on from Zach. Because now you got Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Buzelis and them balling out. But no, what were we saying though? His mom and dad. Oh, so what I was saying was that like I think Kobe parents had his best interests at heart, man. And I think, but when he didn't come to the wedding, they left a bad taste in his mouth. I think they still should have came, even if once you know he doing that, he making that decision and come to the wedding. When they didn't come, he got pissed, and I think Vanessa Bryant never forgave Kobe and his family. And I think she had a grudge with them since that day. And I think Kobe sided with his wife, right? I don't think he wanted to have that separation, but I think he knew that his wife, and his family could not coexist, and he sided with his wife. Okay. But me personally, this is me personally. I would have had to try to fix that relationship with my parents, bro. I just would have had to. Now they sold Kobe memorabilia because they needed money. They needed some money. I believe they really were in financial. They were strapped financially and they needed some money. So they wanted to sell the memorabilia. I don't think they were selling it to be spiteful. Gilbert Arenas said they needed that money, man. And who knows what they needed it for. When we find out that Joe Bryant was sick and all of that, who knows what they really needed that money for. You know what I'm saying? I think they really needed that money. Kobe didn't like that they sold it, but I think he really did need that money. I think they needed that money. Yeah, I remember Derek saying, "Why can't I win MVP?" And he at the media day he said that, and he went out and won and did it. Matter of fact, I remember when Steph Curry won MVP. My boy Melvin was the only person who said before the season started, Steph Curry is gonna be league MVP, and Steph won the league MVP that 2015 year. Melvin said Steph Curry. And yeah, I don't think nobody, when Steph came out of Davidson, I don't think nobody thought Steph would be MVP of the league material per se. But he became two-time league MVP and one unanimous MVP. Who do you think the MVP this season is? I think it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man. I think it's Shai. Um, what Shai's doing on the court is phenomenal. Jokic is a phenomenal player too, but I think Shai, man, Shai out there getting to it, man. He looks outstanding. And his team is out here number one in the Western Conference. Number one in the Western Conference. So as of right now, I got Oklahoma City coming out the West, and I got Boston coming out the Eastern Conference. As of right now, yes. Yeah, I got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man. Shai out there getting to it, man. Um, every year he just gets more and more impressive. Um, I like watching him play, man. I like watching Shai play, man. Shai's so poised, man. So poised. Who you got? Defensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year. It's a great question. Who I got? Defensive player of the year. Um, it's a great question. Who y'all got as defensive player of the year? Who y'all got defensive player of the year? That's a great question. Mm. That was a really great question, though. He said light skin privilege. Unanimous. White Curry won unanimous. Steph was going crazy, though, man. He was going bananas. That was that year when he walked past half court. Who did he game like that? That game. Who was that he did like that? And got them up. Was that OKC? He did that too? That was OKC. He walked past half. Bah! Went crazy. Mills, you think Jokic's going to be the best European player we've ever seen? Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah. 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 Unless you see another dude that got that offensive talent and defensively locking stuff down too. Yeah, I think Jokic would be the best European player we would ever see. I do believe that. IDK, I watched the Lakers versus OKC game. I just don't see them beating the Lakers. Them boys barely left with their life on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, the thing that works well for the Lakers is their experience and the youth of the OKC Thunder. They're young, so they may not know how to win. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that works in their favor, but I guess we had to see. European say, I apologize, Mac. You're right. I think every player should have a chance to win MVP. If not, then what is the point? Now, you ain't got no reason to apologize, man. I made that video at the start of the 21 season, right? That was many years ago. And I thought that Zach was on the trajectory to make that type of leap. However, I was wrong in my assessment because years after that, when Lonzo got hurt, I didn't think Zach didn't make any strides in his game. And he didn't turn out to be the player that I thought he would be. Thought he would be a huge difference maker for the team, and he was not. Which is why the Bulls traded him. So I had that wrong. I mean, I had it wrong. I made that bold prediction to start the season because I said, man, I think he's going to do something different because he started out very hot. Him and DeMar DeRozan both. And the Bulls were starting out. They were starting out well. Bulls was out there balling until Lonzo got hurt. And when Lonzo got hurt, you started to see their play dissipate. You know what I'm saying? And Zach didn't take that next leap I thought he was going to take. He said, man, Mac, you know I'm one of the biggest Kobe fans. But I can't stand that dude scap attack. I see through his rhetoric. So this is the only problem I think, man. You have people who weaponize Kobe to get down on LeBron James. Now I have gripes with certain things that Kobe did. I have gripes with people saying that Kobe was better than Michael Jordan or whatever. But I tell you, he's a pantheon great player. He is. I always say he's the second greatest difficult shot maker I've ever seen outside of Steph Curry. But like, come on, bro. Like, Scap Attack always got an angle away to just hate LeBron. If the Lakers are winning, he's not going to give props to LeBron James. He's going to say all props are due to Luka Doncic and Luka Doncic only. He's going to say LeBron is riding Luka's coattail. LeBron is playing horrible, and it's all Luka's fault. Luka is the sole reason why the Lakers are winning. If the Lakers lose, it's all going to be LeBron James' fault. Even when he's not on the court, they're going to say LeBron is hiding and he's not helping the team. When LeBron is on the court, if they lose, it's LeBron's fault they lost. So, and then Jokic. So Zeddy, you saw it with Jokic. Oh my God! You talk about LeBron playing no defense and don't say nothing about Jokic. Doesn't even try. LeBron has made 6 all-defensive teams in his career. He's 5-time first-team all-defense selection. Jokic has never made a defensive team in his life, and he's 7 feet tall. That is crazy. To be 7 feet tall and have never made a defensive team is wild. He does not care about playing defense. This Jokic on D. He just he do like this. He don't even try to block his. He don't care. And he let it ride. Whenever the Nuggets lose, it's everybody's fault but Jokic. If a LeBron James led team loses, he says it's LeBron's fault and LeBron's only. You know? So yeah, I'm with you, Derek. LeBron is the closer for the he is as crazy as it. LeBron is the closer for the Lakers team. He is. You're right. He closes the games out. 100%. I've seen him go on score. I've seen him go on runs by himself individually for the Lakers in the fourth quarter. So yes. Well, to be fair, Dirk hasn't either. That's very true, Zeddy. That's very true. That's a great point. Great point. Great point. 100%. It's a great point. He hasn't either. Mills, you checking out the WNBA draft Monday? Uh, I'm probably gonna be asleep before work, Jabari. Truthfully, what time the draft start? I'm gonna get a recap when I wake up. But I work so at night, so I might be asleep. It depends on what time it is, man. I might be catching some little Z's real quick before I go in for work for the night. But you know, I'm all for checking it out though. I think Larry Bird made a few defensive teams. Bird underrated. Not Bird is underrated for sure. And this is the problem though. Like Scap be talking about LeBron don't play no defense. And I'm like, Jokic don't play no D at all. He never tries to. None whatsoever. If a coach get fired on LeBron James' watch, it's LeBron's fault the coach fired. He's not going to blame Nikola Jokic for Mike Malone being fired at all. And I'm not saying it's Jokic's fault, but I'm just giving you the comparison. Whenever somebody get fired from the Lakers, LeBron did this. Because he's a star player. There's no way he didn't know he was going to get fired. Well, I'm going to say there's no way Jokic knew. Didn't know. There's no way Jokic didn't know that Mike Malone was going to get fired. So yeah. So NFL draft is what I'm waiting on. 6:30. Woo, Jabari. It depends on what type of sleep I get that day, Jabari. If I get enough rest after work and all of that, I'm gonna be up and watch the draft. If not, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be asleep. I might be asleep to about a good 8:30. You know what I'm saying? Then I wake up, I eat me some food, turn on a little music. I turn on some little mellow music while I'm getting ready for work. You feel me? I listen to some mellow music, get in the shower, throw my clothes on, and I'll be getting out the door. What about well, yeah, you're right. Wemby is also European. It's so funny how we don't look at black guys as European. When you black, we do not be seeing you as European at all. We like, hell no, brother. No. We because look, Giannis is Nigerian. Giannis is Nigerian. So like we don't and he was raised in Greece, but we don't even look at him as Greek for real. We're like, man, hell no. He's a Nigerian dude. He really African, right? So Wemby, yeah, you right. I don't know Wemby, you right. Wemby play defense too. He might be something different. Wemby might get 4 league MVPs like LeBron out here. He might get 4 league MVP like Bron. I ain't gonna lie. If he could stay healthy. If he could stay healthy. Miss A said you heard about Stephen A. Smith running for president. I heard that. I don't know if he really gonna do that or not. He just probably just talking. You feel me? He make more money being working for ESPN than he would being a president. Jazzy J say, of course Jokic signed off on Malone. Fire. Let me take this other thing, man. Mac Mills, tell Scab Attack to fact check this. LeBron James has been nominated for Defensive Player of the Year 9 times during his career, finishing second in the voting twice. And he's still going to downplay it, Derek. What I learned, bro, there's no reasoning with some people. You can lay out all the facts. You can lay out statistics. You can give anecdotal support to what you're saying. You can pull up highlights of what you're saying. There are always going to be people who are going to be in denial. He is an individual who lives in denial, like a crocodile or something. He lives in denial, in the denial, he lives in the Nile River. He lives in denial river. Did you see Jokic coaching the Nuggets doing a timeout? I didn't see that. No. Jabari say Stephen A. and Trump in a debate would be entertaining. I ain't gonna lie, it would. It would. Derek, I'm telling you, Derek Derek, he could see all the evidence. He still would be like, are you gonna believe what I'm saying, or you gonna believe your lying eyes? He gonna do just like a dude say when he get caught cheating. When the dude get caught cheating, he tell his girlfriend, you gonna believe what I'm telling you, or you gonna believe your lying eyes? Your eyes are lying to you. Which one you gonna believe? Your eyes is lying to you, or you gonna believe what I'm saying? You gonna believe your man? For real, that's how he coming with it. He ain't. Why did Kobe get along with LeBron so well in the Olympics? Well, because they weren't playing against each other. So at that point, Kobe was embraced in the camaraderie of Team USA play. They weren't in playing NBA basketball. They were on the same squad. And so I think at that point, it was easy for him to like get along with other guys who were quote unquote rivals of his. And NBA, because he said him and Kobe were close in Olympic play. They got close. They were not close initially. In Olympic play, they got close, and then they kind of got distant again. But then after he stopped playing and LeBron became a Laker, they got close again. And that's when Kobe was in, because Kobe wasn't playing anymore. He wasn't competing against LeBron. LeBron was playing for his former team. All of the above, you know. See, he was all in support of LeBron as a Laker, helping to bring the Lakers back to prominence or whatever. Especially due to the fact that Kobe's best friend and the godfather of his children, Rob Pelinka, was now the general manager of the Lakers. Kobe, I don't think people know. Rob Pelinka is the godfather to his to one of his kids, I think. And I think Paul Gasol is another one of the godparents to the kids. Like for real. Rob Pelinka, I think one of the godparents, and then Paul Gasol is one. So, I mean, don't be surprised. We didn't think a businessman like Trump would be president either, but look what happened. Yeah, anything is possible. The Rock could be the next president for all we know. Dwayne The Rock Johnson might run for presidency, for real. I ain't gonna lie. And then he might be making appearances on wrestling, still giving people the rock bottom and the people's elbow in a suit. Who knows? I don't believe that dude really his best. Who are you talking about? Rob Pelinka or Paul Gasol? Who you don't think is best? Rob Pelinka? You say you don't think neither? I don't know, man. Why you say you don't think so? You think he just saying that? He said he said that ain't that dude. That ain't his damn best friend. He just what he say? He just had those dudes around. Yeah, he had them around him. You saying? Oh Lord, man, you might be right though. You might be right. Ain't no telling. He said Mills will cast that vote in a heartbeat too. For who? Stephen A. Smith? Mills Mars chat was happening. Khadijah. Khadijah. What's happening, baby? Khadijah James. Hey, I grew up watching Living Single, man. Ain't that what her name? Khadijah James on Living Single. Khadijah James. Karan Butler was a good friend. Karan, shout out to her. I always respected Karan Butler, man. Karan was a good dude, man. Always been a good brother, man. Especially what Karan went through in his younger years. Karan was like a father at 14 years old. He was a dad at 14. He had been arrested 20 something times by the time he was 15 years old. Karan was a wild dude and completely changed his whole life. You would have never known that Karan lived a life like that. Because he was so different by the time he got to the league. So different. She said, it's all gravy and good. That's what I like to hear. So what I like to hear was Khadijah James and Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, Sinclair, Overton, Obi, and my boy Kyle Barker. Kyle Barker. Regine. Shout out to what's my homegirl that played Regine? Regine name. What is her name, man? And Tootie from the Facts of Life. I know her name. Kim Fields. Shout out to Kim Fields, man. Kim Fields was holding it down. And y'all know Kim Fields' mama was Penny Mama on Good Times. Penny Mama burnt up with that iron. Because he got Kobe to do the prelude to Karan's autobiography. Okay, I didn't even know that. Did not know that. He said Mills would cast a vote for LeBron to be. Who is LeBron running against? You know what I'm saying? Boy, if you could run for the presidency for an unlimited amount of terms, people would still try to keep Donald Trump in office like a mug. Donald Trump, his election is just a reaction to Obama being president and people being pissed about it. Mills, who you think gonna draft Shador? I don't know, man. Might be New Orleans. Might be I gotta see the draft order, bro. I don't even know who the draft order for real. I gotta see who the draft. Well, what's the order of the draft? Do you like Wayans Bros or the Jamie Foxx show better? I like both of them, man. I love both of those shows, bro. I think the Jamie Foxx show is severely underrated, though. I don't think it gets the praise it really should get. I think the Jamie Foxx show is severely underrated, man. Jamie was really doing his thing on this show, man. The jokes, comedic timing with him and Braxton. What's my man name that played Uncle Junior, man? Garrett Morris. Man, is it Garrett Morris? Yeah. I mean, he's played Stan on Martin show too, man. I think it's very underrated, man. God, I hope they don't get rid of the 22nd Amendment, but then again, Trump not gonna handle running in his 80s, right? I think I'm gonna be real with you, Zeddy. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I love Martin, but I think the jokes on Jamie Foxx show aged a little better than Martin. I really do. Like I being real talk, man. I'm gonna make a live stream about that, y'all. I love the Martin show, but as I gotten older, I think the jokes on Jamie Foxx show are better than the jokes on Martin. Martin had a lot of physical comedy a lot of times. Jamie, well, a lot of times he had physical comedy too, but it was pure joke. A lot of pure just jokes. And in my adult years, I think those jokes on Jamie Foxx show aged better than Martin. Now, it's sacrilegious to say that. Some people feel like it's blasphemous to say that. But I'm being real with y'all, bro. As an adult, I think the jokes on Jamie Foxx show aged better than Martin, personally. Now that's just my personal opinion, me and Zeddy. Fresh Prince or Martin? I love the bro. You asking? I love Martin show, but you're asking the wrong person. Fresh Prince. There were only two black men I wanted to be like on TV when I was little. Lee Thompson Young, who played the famous Jed Jackson, and Fresh Prince Will Smith as the Fresh Prince. Seriously, you feel me? Like I really thought like that. Them jokes was crazy. Like not them jokes. Will Smith was such a fly dude, man. The girls liked him. He was cool. And he wasn't even like he wasn't playing the street dude. He just was street smart. And he was fly. Yeah, man. I was like, Will the guy, man. You did say that you and your girl didn't think the Martin jokes held up once. And I did say that though. Man, no, so I told y'all, so my daughter's mother, she didn't grow up watching, she grew up from a church house. They couldn't watch the stuff I watched. So her introduction to Martin came through me. This is after Lulu was born already. We was, man, teenagers. I'm about to get out of high school. And I went to I was getting ready to go to college. I went to Target and I bought Martin DVDs, right? With some of my money from my trunk party. I'm watching it with her, and like she didn't think it was as funny, but as I'm watching it, it's funny still. But the jokes wasn't as funny as I remembered as a kid, though. That was the thing. Some of the jokes were, but some of the jokes wasn't as funny as I remember doing as a kid. You know? Fresh Prince is better for storylines. Yes. Yes. Martin better for comedy, but I'm a person who likes a storyline, so I love the Fresh Prince storylines 100%. You should have looked up to 1990s Flex Alexander. Yeah, so like I didn't get really Flex didn't really come on my radar all the way until One on One. I forgot about him being on Sister Sister and stuff like that. But I love One on One though. Said, hey, did you hear about that Southern University football player that choked it? Yeah, I did see that. Was that Southern or Texas? So what school was that? Southern or Texas Southern? Which one was that? It might have been. I thought the uniform was like red, maroon, and white, which I think is Texas Southern. It might have been Southern though. I saw the video. That is very disturbing, horrific, horrific. I'm telling you, brother needs to start getting locked up for a long time for that. Brothers that this domestic is getting out of hand. You think just Southern? Okay, got you. It's getting out of hand, man. Men in Black was cold, Zeddy. That'd be for real. Men in Black was fire. Men in Black was fire. All the way through and through. All the way, man. Men in Black was cold. I'm with you on that. I love Men in Black. I have not looked into the Carmelo Anthony situation the way I'm supposed to. I heard that the dudes was allegedly bullies and all of that, but I have not looked into the story as much as I should have. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look into it though, but from what I'm hearing, the white dudes, I'm hearing that they were bullies and all of that. And I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't really look in to see what happened to the situation. I didn't really investigate the way I normally would. So I'm gonna go check it out. Something flying around up in this motherfucker. Said that's what I loved about. They were all different shows. Yeah, all of them were different shows, but very good. You know what I'm saying? All of them were different shows, very good though. I find myself the Wayans brothers was different from Martin, and the Bernie Mac show was completely different. Bernie Mac show was extremely great. Because Bernie Mac didn't even have a laughing track on his show. But you didn't have to be told when to laugh at the Bernie Mac show. It was just hilarious. My 14-year-old daughter loves the Bernie Mac show. Lulu, 14, she loved that show. She been watching it since she turned like 10 or 11. She loved it. Here's a better comparison, Bernie Mac or My Wife and Kids. So My Wife and Kids is outstanding as a show. It really is. But I love the Bernie Mac shows, Eddie. And maybe it's the Chicago in me. You know, Bernie was always repping Chicago on the show, all of that. I really love the Bernie Mac show. I grew up watching that with my people. You know what I mean? And so it's so funny. My paternal family, my father's family, loved My Wife and Kids heavily. And it's an outstanding show. It really is. My mama family gravitated to the Bernie Mac show. Man, Bernie was hilarious. You know what I mean? And really, the fact that this show came off the heels of the Kings of Comedy. You feel me? Bernie Mac show was a comfort show for me, believe it or not. And it came off because remember when the Kings of Comedy came out, he was the only one who didn't have a show. Well, Cedric didn't have his own show, but he was on the Steve Harvey show. D.L. Hughley had his own show. Bernie the only one that didn't have a show. And so after that, he got his show. And when you see the premise of the show was based around his comedy routine that he had. Because y'all know, Bernie, I don't even think Bernie had a sister at all. And if he did, his sister was not on drugs. That was just a joke that he told to the people. And his daughter confirmed this, right? It was just a joke that he told. But that joke got spun into a show. That comedy bit got spun into a show. Him getting his sister's kids. His sister was on drugs, all of that. He's raising the children with his wife. You know what I'm saying? And in the show, Bernie didn't have kids of his own, but Bernie Mac had a daughter in real life. You know what I mean? His daughter was actually a graduate of my alma mater, Morgan Park High School in Chicago. The daughter graduated from Morgan Park. She's years older than me though, of course, but yeah. But yeah, hold on, man. This damn bug on the floor. I'm sorry, I had to kill that bug. Goddamn, it's getting on my nerves. Uh, you said I like Bernie Mac better than My Wife and Kid. Bernie, my show. He said I love the Bernie Mac show. She said, man, Bernie was a funny genius for the yeah. That was a funny skit, a funny set that he did because that set is relatable to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of people who had family members that were on drugs that took in family or whatever that could relate to that, man. And yes, Khadija say I miss Bernie as well, man. Bernie was one of a kind, man. One of a kind. It sounds like a praying mantis on the floor. That one of them flying little. They're like one of them flying. And y'all ever seen an ant, a bug that look like it's an ant, but it got wings on it? That's what I just killed in here. Like, what was that? But anyway, Kings of Comedy is still hilarious to this day, man. What's that little song by Monifa at the end of the movie? At the end of that ooh nah nah. I think the song is called Nah Nah or something like that with Monifa. Y'all know that song. What you want, what you need, what you want, what you need. Khadijah know what I'm talking about. That joint was a little banger at the end of the end of the show. The Jamie Foxx show was like Sanford and Son on another level. For example, Fred and Jamie are both Sagittarius characters who be lying so much. Y'all, I would never. I always remember the episode when that woman act like she slipped and broke her neck at the King's Tower Hotel, and she told the judge. She said, "Your Honor, I was a beautiful woman before this accident." Jamie said, "I object." And the lawyer said, "On what ground?" The judge said, "On what grounds?" He said, "She was alright. She wasn't fine. She wasn't beautiful. She was alright now. She was alright. She wasn't fine now." Invest in some peppermint oil that helps with flying ants. I didn't know that. Spray it outside the crib. Got you. Cause I've been seeing these little flying ants up in here. Like, what is going on? I'm like, bro, what is this now? Come on now. This ain't a bug's life up in here. Y'all ever seen the movie Ants before? Y'all seen that movie? I remember we watched that movie as kids. My grandma got us that VHS tape. My grandma and my granddaddy got us that VHS tape of the movie Ants. Speaking of movies, y'all make sure y'all go support Ryan Coogler in the movie centers. From what I'm hearing, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan knocked it out the park. Ants is not for kids, Eddie, at all. They cussing up in Ants like a mug. Let me tell you something. And my grandma and them didn't know it. Ants is not for kids at all. They cussing up in there, all that. It's really not for kids for real. And we got that on VHS as kids. The first thing they come in mind is 69, but Tootsie Roll, hey, that's what they was. Jay, that's because that's what the woman on the episode was dancing to in that episode when she act like she hurt herself in the hotel. It's better than A Bug's Life. Hey, no, nah. Hey, you right though, it is. But Flick was my guy. Now. Flick on the Bugs, that was my guy. But yeah, y'all go watch Sinners, man. When Sinners come out, Black America got to show up for Ryan Coogler, man. I respect that brother is out here making great films, and he's professional without code switching. Because when you hear that brother talk, Oakland and that Bay Area come all out his mouth in his accent. But so professional, such a master of his craft. I watch him break down like film and like framing and of the cinematography in like a 10-minute video. And I felt like I took a class on cinematography. I've never seen a director break down the cinematography like that. Right? You got a movie set in the like 1930s, 1940s involving vampires and black folks in the prohibition era, set in the Mississippi Delta. Now y'all know I went to school in the Mississippi Delta, right? The movie is set in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Lil Malcolm, his mama is from Clarksdale, Mississippi, right? That's where she from. So I'm like, man, I gotta check that movie out. I used to love A Buzz Life too, but Ants is a better. Yeah, Ants wasn't no kid movie at all. They in there cussing like hell. I'm like, oh, me and my sister Nana used to be laughing. We used to go rewind it. It's a scene where Z sees somebody, he see Abraham Lincoln on a penny, and he say, who the hell is that? Right? And me and my sister Nana used to be dying laughing. We would keep rewinding it to how he said it. He in the kids movie, who the hell is that? For real. We kept rewinding that mob. We kids, we just love to hear some wild stuff in the show. So you can imagine how I responded when I saw the Boondocks for the first time on TV at 13 years old. I was laughing uncontrollably. Hot Boys are baller blocking. Boy, I used to love that Hot Boys movie. Ah! Boy, Silk the Shocker was the lead man in Hollywood, wasn't he? Silk the Shocker was Denzel up in there. Silk the Shocker was the equalizer up in Hot Boys. Gary Busey was the devil up in there. Said, man, the cinematography is beautiful. Said, but they had no problem with Shrek. Shrek was wilding out on there like a mug. It was all type of sexual innuendo on Shrek, like it ain't nothing. I'm talking about like, man, Shrek was wild. It was all type of crazy references on there. I'm like, as an adult, you're like, man, hold on, bro. This is what they was getting off on Disney, bro. They was getting off with that though. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Ah, man. But hey, y'all, man. I've been on this thing for 2 hours. Finna get off this thing and wind down a little bit. I appreciate y'all getting on here and rocking with me, man. It mean a lot to me, y'all coming and supporting every time I get on live. I thank y'all, man. Even when we don't agree, y'all come up and show out. So I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna go live stream tomorrow too before I go to work. We gonna have another good time tomorrow, talk mess, and enjoy each other's company, man. So hold on, you said what? Yeah, Michael B. Jordan character, where they coming from Chicago back to Mississippi. For sure. You know what I mean? They were, man. That's that Chicago to Mississippi pipeline. You know, a lot of people. I'm actually going to actually talk about that in the video. My paternal family all from Mississippi. They came to Chicago in 1960 during the Great Migration on the Amtrak train. Ironically, you know, which is the same train that I would take to go to Mississippi for college. So everything comes full circle in life. That's what I learned. Everything comes full circle in life. Same train I'm riding to Mississippi for school is this train my people came on to come from Mississippi to Chicago. You know, they get on an Amtrak train like I was. So I did see that they were coming back from Chicago to coming to Mississippi, you know, coming back to Mississippi after living in Chicago for a while. So yeah, I'm excited to see Simmons, man. I'm excited to see what Michael B. Jordan gonna do on screen, man. Definitely, man. Definitely excited to see how they, you know, how the film is gonna be. I plan to see it the day it drops. I'm probably gonna see it again on $5 Tuesday. Y'all know when the movie is really good, I go see it more than one time. So happy to see it. I'm happy to see that joint twice. Especially if it's good. Everybody's saying it's phenomenal. So, and I believe in Ryan Coogler. I believe in his work. So I'm gonna check it out, man. But anyway, man, I'm finna get off this thing, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all a little later, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Peace.